If you want to know more about the planet's past, present, and future, the Antarctica is the place to go to. Bon voyage. Today we will discuss a very important chapter from the book Vistas, and the name of that chapter is Journey to the End of the Earth by Tishani Doshi, and this is Module 1.
It is written by Tishani Doshi. About the author, Tishani was born in the city formerly known as Madras in 1975. She has published 6 books of poetry and fiction. Her essays, poems, and short stories have been widely appreciated. Tishani, as a high school student, got a life changing experience to visit Antarctica as the participant of Student on Ice program. The Russian research vessel, Academic Shakesky, took the students to the windiest, coldest, and isolated region of the world, Antarctica. Her journey began 1309 degrees north of equator in Madras. She traveled over 100 hours in combination of a car, aeroplane, and ship before she set foot on Antarctica continent. The purpose of the visit was to know more about Antarctica. Antarctica, which stores 90% of Earth's total ice volumes. It has no trees, no buildings, only uninterrupted blue horizon and expansive wide landscape. One can find very small insects like midges and mites, and very big mammals like blue whales. Also, glaciers as big as countries. Days goes on and on, we can find 24 hours sunlight. There is extreme silence on Antarctic region, and this silence is interrupted by avalanche, means sudden drastic flow of snow down the hills, or the noise of ice scalding, which means breaking of ice into big chunks. Tishani says Antarctica is a place to go to know the Earth's past. So let's see how. About 650 million years ago, a giant supercontinent, Gondwana, did thrive. It consists the present-day countries like Antarctica, India, South America, etc. It was a warm place then. Variety of plants and animals existed. Humans had not arrived on the global scene. Gondwana thrived for 500 million years. Then came the time the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of mammal began. At that time, the land masses were forced to separate into countries. India started pushing towards north and jammed to Asia. And due to continuous pushing, the earth crust raised and formation of Himalayas took place. In the same way, South America got drifted and jammed North America, and it left a Drake Passage between South America and Antarctica, and it gave rise to the circumpolar current. Means when the warm ocean currents and cold ocean currents they meet, but the cold ocean currents kept Antarctica cold, frigid, and desolate, and that's why it could not push upwards and it left at the bottom of the earth. Also, Antarctica is the only place in the world which has never sustained human population. It is relatively in ancient point. More importantly, it holds in its ice cores 500,000 old carbon records trapped in the ice layers. Tishani says, Antarctica is the place to go to know Earth's present. How? Because standing on Antarctica, we can compare how much exploitation the humans have created on Earth. Hardly 12,000 years ago, humans thrived and they started the policy of domination of nature by creating villages, cities, megacities, then population explosion, which resulted in depletion of resources, burning of fossil fuels, increase of carbon dioxide, increasing the global temperature, and depletion of ozone layer, which resulted in melting of glaciers. Of course, the future prognosis. Future prediction is not good if the temperature increases more. Now, of course, Antarctica is a place to go to know Earth's future. Yes, future is in our hands. The scientists warn that further depletion of ozone layer will affect the lives of polar region. The author gives the example of phytoplanktons. They are the single cell seal plants. They nourish and sustain the entire southern ocean food chain. If the temperature will increase, these phytoplanktons will die, and thus lives of all marine creatures and birds are at stake. Thus, in this, a parable is very true. Take care of small things, the big things will fall into place. Now, the author explains us how important and successful is the Student of Ice program. The founder and the leader of this expedition is Geoff Green. Geoff Green has started his expedition for taking the high school students to the end of the world so that they can have an inspirational education opportunities which helps them to foster a new understanding and respect for our planet. And these future generation, the policymakers definitely is going to ready to absorb, learn, and most importantly, act in saving the planet. Back at home, Tishani recalls the most amazing part of expedition when the Russian research vessel stuck with the glacier and the captain decided to return. Before that, he suggested the 52 participants to have a walk on ocean. The students, wearing Gore-Tex, glares, and spiked boots, went down the gangplanks and they could see under their feet was a meter thick ice pack, and underneath that 180 meters of living, breathing salt water. They also witnessed in that periphery the crab eater seals. They were stretching and sunning themselves on the ice floors. And a very important question back at home coming to her mind: will the West Antarctic ice sheets melt entirely? Will it be the end of the world as we know today? She recalls that it is very pretty mind-boggling that what can happen in millions of years, but what a difference a day makes. All the 52 students came back with the idealism to conserve the planet and its beauty.
Thank you very much for watching. Let us join hands to stop global warming and save our Mother Earth.